Alright guys, so I'm going to make some Fang cable anchors right now. Going to work up a dozen right now to put in an order and send out because I've been so busy lately that I sold out this week. So I'm going to make a dozen real quick. Probably going to make a bunch tonight or tomorrow. But I'm going to go ahead and make a dozen, and I'm going to kind of show you guys how I do it here. Basically, on my Fangs, I use 3/32 cable. It's 7x7. On my Super Steaks, I'll use a 1/8 cable on those. So I'm just gonna kind of show you guys how I make them. The ones I make are 15 inches. Get the camera right. So I make 15-inch on my Fangs. So basically, I have a mark on my table, and I go from the screw here is 19 inches. Because that's what I'm going to start with, is a 19-inch piece of cable. So I basically just mark it off. I'm going to go over here to my swaging tool, and I'm going to cut it. So now I have my 19-inch piece of cable here. So you're going to take your ferrule, it's a double ferrule here. I'm going to run my cable through one side, and then I'm going to make a loop. I'm going to bring it right back through the other side here. And basically, when you get it like this, I just pinch the cable right here where I want it, and you pull down until you get the cable where you want it. I don't leave a very big loop. I don't think it's necessary. So then you just stick it in here into your swaging tool, and I like to do 3. So I'll do 1 on each end, and then I'll do 1 in the middle. So that is your end right there that's going to attach to your trap. And then we're going to go ahead and do the second end here. You're going to start the same way. You're going to run it through your double ferrule here. And you're going to grab your Fang head. And you got this little peg that comes off. And you just run this through there. And come back around. Run it back into your double ferrule. You're just going to pull tight. And then, there you go. And that's saying I don't make a real big loop. It ain't really necessary to have a big loop. And just go over here to your swaging tool. I do 1. I do 1 on each side. Then I do 1 in the middle. So there you go. Now you have your Fang end here. That's how it is. So now we have a 15-inch Fang cable. So basically what I tell people, if you're I guess if you call it a long liner, you just run a bunch of traps, and you're going to need, you're talking 100, 200 anchors. Your best bet is to invest in the equipment to make your own, is what I would suggest. But then again, if you're only going to run 2 or 3 dozen traps your whole year, or if you just need a dozen at the end, you go ahead and pick up a dozen of these. We sell them on our website. You got our 15-inch cable right here. You get a dozen. I believe it's $17. So it's not real bad. Like I said, if you're the person that's going to be running just hundreds of these, you're going to need 100 of these, or 2 or 3. Invest in the tools, because it's a lot cheaper in the long end. But if you're just making a few, I mean, by the time you buy, a couple 100 feet of cable, your heads, a swaging tool, you can use a hammer and just beat them shut. I used to do that, but I bought a swaging tool, and it's a lot quicker. So, I mean, there's many ways you can do it. They have handheld swaging tools. This is a bench swaging tool. Say you can use a hammer any way you want. That's just the way I do it. When I make them for the store, I make, quite a few, so it's a lot easier for me to use the bench swaging tool. So, and to make like your Super Steak cables, you're going to do the same thing. I make them same size, 15-inch, but I use the 1/8 cable on those. It's just what I do. There's not really a reason. I mean, you're not going to have a coyote that's going to break this 3/32 cable. This is very strong. This is bigger than most people use on snares. So this will be plenty for any of your anchors. So, and I'll show you guys my swaging. And this is my swaging tool I have here. So basically, this was, about that long. And I just cut it off to fit my table here. And then I screwed it onto the table so it doesn't move. And these are pretty nice. They got a cable cutter here. They have one on the bottom as well. So like if you wear this one out, you can just flip it over. Use the bottom one. You can do different size cables. I mean, you got your 3/32, 1/8. I mean, they go up quite a bit. I mean, see how my finger fits in that one, all the way up into this little bitty one. So you can do many different sizes of your ferrules and cables on here. So if you are going to run lots of them, I would recommend you just buying the stuff and making your own. But if you're a beginner or if you just need a dozen for the year, I'd go ahead and buy them. They're not real expensive. $17 a dozen made. I'll make them for you. And also for people that need it, I mean, you can get a hold of me on our Facebook or email or whatever, and I can make custom sizes. So I mean, if you only need a 12-inch or maybe you want a 24-inch anchor, I can make the custom size for you. Or maybe you do want wolf fangs, but you want the 1/8-inch cable, I can do that for you. There might be a slight price difference compared to what you want. It just depends on what you want. So that's just how I do it. I hope this video helps somebody out. So hope you guys have a great trapping season, and thanks for watching.